All right, guys, today we're going to be reviewing the Kimber Raptor in 10mm. Stay tuned for this one. And she's a hoss. All right, guys, we are back again, once again, with the Kimber Custom Shop Raptor in 10mm. So, I have had multiple Raptors throughout my life, and this is the first one I have had in the almighty 10mm. Oh, God's caliber, in my opinion, but this is a new one that is made in Troy, Alabama. So, one of the first Kimber Raptors I've seen made in Troy, Alabama, and the first 10mm as well. That being said, so starting from the front, we do have a bushing 1911 system with a full-length guide rod as well, which I like to see. We also have night sights on the gun. It is not optics cut, but you can see here what I'm looking at. We also have serrations here on top to do anti-glare, so that's nice as well. We have front cocking serrations here on front with that scalloping cut. You know, whenever they say Raptor on here, first thing I think of is Jurassic Park, and I think this matches it pretty well with them scales, even though now we can know that dinosaurs had feathers, not scales, but either way it goes, I like it either way. On this other side here, we have Kimber Custom Shop in new lettering as well. If you look at the old Custom Shop lettering versus the new one, you're going to be looking at it a little bit different, but I do like the way that this is made as well. It looks very good. It is a matte stainless here on top, matte stainless on bottom, but a little bit of a, not polished, but like a bead blasted, almost like you can see, where there's a little bit of a reflection, but not much, like a matte reflection. That being said, you can take about 3,000 grit sandpaper to this right here and on them flats, and you can be able to look at yourself in it just like a mirror. I've done it before, and man, they are pretty. So, going on from there, let's go ahead and look at the trigger pull. So this is, once again, single action. Pow. Reset. It is a good single action. That being said, it is a type of Series 80. A little bit different of a Series 80. I thought that they switched all to Series 70 whenever they did go to that Troy, Alabama, but I think they are still making the Raptor in Series 80. Not sure why, but the way that this Series 80 works is that actually whenever you decompress the grip safety here, it decompresses that, so it still feels like a normal Series 70 trigger, because you're not actually working through anything, but because whenever that is actually decompressed, that does disengage the, let's see here, the pin, the firing pin in it. So once again, that trigger feels great, just like all other Kimber Series 70 triggers. Once again, here you do have cocking serrations here in the back. You have ambidextrous safeties on it, so that's very nice to see. And you have some beautiful zebra wood grips. They've had them on every Raptor since I can remember. You also have some type of scallops cuts here in the front. They do bite into your fingers. I've seen some of them that don't, but this one here has a little bit of an edge to it that does come into your hand a little bit. It does soak into mine anyway. And the only thing I have to say that I do not like is the rear grip serration here is plastic. Besides that being said, it does feel good in the hand, but I wish it was metal. Don't know why they made it like plastic, but if you want to change that out, you could get an Ed Brown Cobra rear grip on it, and it would probably do just as good and look pretty good as well. But let's go ahead and load it up. We are shooting some S&B 10mm, so on the power load, you're looking at approximately 550 foot-pound of energy for this 10mm round. Not the hottest range ammunition I have, but hotter than a 40 caliber Smith & Wesson that most 10mm is loaded to. So let's go ahead and take a few more shots. Oh, I'll tell you something, that's pretty decently quick shooting for a 10mm, and hitting it, I think I missed one time out of that 9 rounds that we put through it. That being said, this thing right here feels to me like it is sprung very well. Some Kimbers back in the day, guys, you could get some of them and the springs felt like it was wore out with them from factory, and it felt like a mule kicking you in the hand. This right here feels like it's sprung very well, because that recoil, whenever it's coming up, pow, I'm bringing it right back down, and that sight picture is almost perfect every time it's coming down. That cadence is a lot slower, yes, because it's a more powerful cartridge, but at the same time, getting very accurate shots with it. So let's go ahead and take our time and shoot around the house a little bit. Let's see. There we go. Alrighty. Only bad thing about a 1911 is limited capacity. We do have one 8-round magazine from factory that is Kimber, and we do have some extra magazines here that are 8-round capacity. So let's go ahead and get loaded back up, and I'll meet you back out here. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take a few more shots with the Kimber Raptor in 10mm. Always. She is a good shooting 10mm, I will say. She does have recoil, which all 1911s in 10mm do. There ain't one I've seen yet that can change the laws of physics. Newton made them like that, I'd say, or God made them and Newton figured them out. But either way it goes, I haven't seen a 10mm one yet that shoots sweet in the hand in 1911 anyway. But this right here is doing a good job. Let's see here. Well, I talk good about it and I miss every single shot except 2 on that next one. Let's see if I can redeem myself real quick. I believe I'm getting a little bit tired because you do have to handle this thing with some big gloves on per se. Guys, overall though, man, this Kimber right here is a sweet looking pistol. You can see once again them zebra wood grips just look absolutely great on this gun. And if you actually look at it from this side, cameraman, where that sun's shining on it, you can just see how beautiful that gun is. It's just got a reflection to it that not many other 1911s they just don't look as good. There ain't no question about it. One of the best looking pistols on the market, in my opinion, whenever it comes to a 1911.
That was a good shot of it.
But let's go ahead and reload it, and I'll meet you back out here. All right, guys, let's take a few more shots with her. There we go. It warmed up on that right there pretty good. Let's see if I can take my time and now hit a little bit more around the house. There we go. Go. All right, so final thoughts on the Kimber Raptor custom shop in 10mm. We'll say once again, one of the most beautiful 1911s that I've ever that was ever made, in my opinion. This is one I've absolutely loved since the first time I laid my eyes on. You know, guys, Kimber has come a long way once again, especially within the last year or two, with them being now made in Troy, Alabama. 10mm also, relatively speaking, just something for the 1911 platform. 10mm can be finicky in a 1911. Main reason behind that is because some companies make their 10mm loaded to the same foot-pound of energy as a 40 Smith & Wesson. Some of them make them hot like Magtech. Some of them make them medium like Cellar & Bellet S&B, like what we use here today. And you know, it's hard for one gun to be able to shoot them very light loads and not have failures, or them very hot loads and have failures. We got a little bit of wind here and it's about blowed the cameraman away. He's lost too much weight on me. But anyway, you know, that 10mm round is just, it varies so much in foot-pound of energy and power between one manufacturer and the next. That's why you need to check and see whenever you're buying 10mm to make sure you're not getting any 40 Smith & Wesson rounds, because in that case, why just not have a 40 Smith & Wesson? So it is what it is. But I will say, this one here today, it's very smooth. It shoots great, and it's just one that I absolutely love. And once again, I love the 10mm round. It's one of my favorite pistol calibers on the market. And one thing to keep in consideration, though, if you're somebody that is recoil sensitive, somebody with arthritis, smaller statute that's not used to shooting firearms, 10mm might not be for you, because it's not for everybody. For me, like I said, I absolutely love 10mm, one of the best calibers still in a 1911 platform that still keeps it relevant in my opinion. But this one here, like I said, it handles that 10mm cartridge very well, and I think it does a good job at it. Once again, no failures today, and we have approximately 500 rounds of 10mm downrange with the Kimber Custom Shop, and that's from break-in period, that's just straight right now. 500 rounds, not a single failure once. That's hard to beat in my opinion. So guys, once again, appreciate Kimber for sending us this pistol to review for you all today. Once again, we're not paid by Kimber. They do send us guns for free, so I appreciate them for that. But that being said, I appreciate Kimber, as always, for sending us these good pistols to review. And you always know that I give my honest opinion no matter what. If there's anything I need to change on this pistol, 100%, it is that that beaver tail there, or not beaver tail, but the actual just safety, or the grip here. Sorry, got mixed up with my words, but it is plastic. There's no question, ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't know why they're still using them to this day. Is there any difference with it? No, probably not, because it still fits good in my hand. It feels good in my hand, but in my opinion, I'd rather it be metal, especially one of them like a Ed Brown Cobra back ends on, because them right there, they sink into your flesh perfect. They just feel great. But besides that little plastic housing down there or whatever, I think this Kimber right here is a great gun, and man, it is beautiful. There's no question about it, and it's not only beautiful, but as you can see, it shoots great as well. But guys, appreciate y'all viewing as always. Like and subscribe for more gun reviews, and I'll see y'all in the next video.